Hello and welcome to the next Bizwise English lesson. Today the topic is thinking on your feet. This is thinking without any time to prepare. And you all, I'm sure, have experience of these under pressure moments during meetings, interviews, working with clients, with suddenly unexpected questions. The real problem is that most professionals don't fail due to a lack of grammar. They fail because of what happens in that moment. Maybe they freeze, their mind just goes blank. They hesitate. If you pause too long, you lose the focus of the room. Maybe panic, pressure overrides any preparation, or they just generally sound uncertain, and then your credibility disappears. Silence. Oh no, silence is dangerous. When a difficult question lands, your brain searches for that perfect answer. But silence doesn't buy you time, it creates tension. Your brain is searching for that perfect word, the perfect sentence before you speak. But what the people in the room see is someone who doesn't know the answer. Hesitation. They lose confidence in you. And the result? There's tension, and tension damages your credibility, even if the subsequent answer is a good one. Native speakers don't answer instantly if they don't immediately know the answer. They buy themselves a bit of thinking time, but do it with skill, not hesitation. You must avoid um, uh, or silence. But you could use these. That's a good question. Now think, that's a good question. That's almost 3 seconds of thinking time. Or let me think about that just for a second, or even based upon what we know so far. And each of these just fill that hesitation time. Look at this difference, all right? We're going to see two completely different impressions, but the words you choose in the first 3 seconds define how confident you sound. Um, Maybe I think well, it could be. Now that's terrible. It sounds unprepared. Your credibility immediately drops. But if you started with, that's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. It sounds calm, in control, and professional. The words are almost the same length, but the impact is completely different. Why does this work? It means that you sound calm. Measured language signals that you're in control. It sounds intelligent. Taking a moment to reflect shows thoughtfulness, not weakness. Watch how many times politicians do this. It also creates a structure. It bridges a gap between that question and your answer. And it keeps control. You're not avoiding the question. You are handling the conversation professionally. Example one, imagine a difficult question from a client, such as, why did you choose this approach? A weak response would be, well, maybe because it was maybe a bit better than the other approach. No, I mean, that's so weak. But a good, strong response would be, now that's a good question. We chose this approach because it reduces long-term risk and gives us more flexibility. Example two, when you actually don't know the answer. Now you have to be honest. How confident are you in these figures? Well, I don't know. These are words you should never need to say. It is honest, but obviously sounds completely unprepared and unconfident. You could say, I'd like to double check the figures before confirming, but based on the current data, they look accurate. This response is completely honest and it still sounds confident and professional. Example 3, when someone challenges you. This doesn't make sense. Try to avoid saying, yes, it does. Do not just agree with them. It immediately creates conflict and resistance. A professional answer would be, I understand why it might seem unclear. Let me walk you through it step by step. Now, here you're showing empathy. This is a very important skill. So, when someone challenges you, don't immediately contradict them. Agree with them and help them with it. Remember, you might be an expert in a subject. It does not mean everyone you deal with is an equal expert. The secret is to start speaking immediately. Don't wait for that perfect sentence. Don't translate and try to find it. The moment you open your mouth with purpose, the pressure lifts for everyone. 1, acknowledge that you've been asked a question, acknowledge it. Then you need to bridge the gap to the actual response. 3 steps: acknowledge, bridge, and respond. It works in every professional situation. These are the useful professional fillers. Just keep these phrases ready. Learn them off by heart so you can say them without more thinking. The idea is they give you some extra thinking time. That's a good question. Let me think about that. From what we understand so far, my initial reaction would be I'd approach it this way. You can combine them. You could start with, that's a good question. My initial reaction would be, and that's given you quite a few seconds to think about your response. Real business conversations are messy. They do not follow a script, and the goal is not perfection. It's showing professional resilience. Stay calm, stay clear, and keep communicating. You have to keep the conversation moving forward at every point in your communication. It's changing your mindset really from the old thinking, I need perfect English before I can speak. Move it to, I need professional control of the situation. Answer immediately. That single shift of idea can change everything. You can start with, that's a good question. Even if your English is not perfect after that, don't worry. That's not the point. The point is that you give an answer. It means they will believe you. Final demonstration. What risks are we not seeing? Nervous version. Well, I'm not really sure. There could be maybe some risks. I haven't thought about it. Not a good answer. That's a fair challenge and a good question. Based on what we've analysed, the main exposure sits in the delivery timelines. And here you can see that we're managing that by, and then give an example. Much more professional. It's the same question, same person, but a completely different impression. Your final takeaway: you do not need perfect English. You need 4 things, and they are all learnable: calmness, structure, filler phrases, they're tools, remember, thinking tools, and confidence. You build practice with practice. It's not about perfection. The people who sound confident are not thinking they need to be perfect. They are just simply better at managing the silence. Thank you so much for watching. If you're ready to practice and work at your English skills, follow BizWise for professional English. Everything is based around meetings, difficult conversations, presentations, pressure situations. Okay. Comment below what is the most difficult question you've ever been asked during a meeting in English. But if you'd like to know more, the links are all there for you to have a look and see what BizWise could offer you, how it could help you improve your English skills for your career. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.